Acas Conciliation. On the 6th of April 2014, a new scheme was introduced which has changed the way that tribunal claims are made. This scheme is called Acas Conciliation. Whereas to make a tribunal claim in the past, an individual used to simply fill in an ET1 form and send it to the tribunal service. Now, a claim will not be accepted by the tribunal if the individual has not first contacted Acas to inform them of their intention to make a claim, and also includes evidence of this on their ET1 form. The evidence that is required is an early conciliation reference number that is provided only on an early conciliation certificate. Any form received without this number will be returned. The implementation of this requirement to contact Acas is so that Acas can offer conciliation with a view to preventing a claim from being taken to tribunal. Acas already has a conciliation service in place. However, this differs to the early conciliation scheme because this involves the mandatory lodging of an intention to bring a claim to tribunal. All standard tribunal claims are within scope of early conciliation, but there are a very small number of non-standard claims which do not require early conciliation as a precursor to a tribunal claim. Another point is an individual will not need to comply with early conciliation where there are several prospective claimants in the same claim, and one of the prospective claimants has complied with the early conciliation requirement. That's early conciliation explained, so now let's go through the practical steps. The early conciliation process is intended to run as follows. The prospective claimant fills in the EC form that they can find on the Acas website. This asks only for contact details. By the end of the next working day, an Acas support officer will attempt to contact the prospective claimant. If no contact can be made, the early conciliation process will cease and the EC certificate will be issued. If contact is made, the support officer will explain the process and ask if the prospective claimant wishes to enter into early conciliation. If the prospective claimant says no, the early conciliation process will cease and the certificate will be issued. If the individual agrees, the support officer will pass the case to a conciliator who will contact the prospective respondent, employer, ex-employer. The conciliator will ask the prospective respondent if they wish to enter into early conciliation. Remember, this is very likely the first time the employer discovers a claim has been made. If they don't want to engage, the early conciliation process will cease and the certificate will be issued to the prospective claimant. If the prospective respondent agrees, attempts at conciliation will begin. A period of 1 calendar month is available for conciliation. This is extendable by 2 weeks if the 1-month period has come to an end, but the conciliator thinks there is a reasonable prospect of success. If it does become apparent during the conciliation period that the conciliation is not viable, the early conciliation process will cease and the certificate will be issued to the prospective claimant. If the maximum period for conciliation ends and the conciliation has not been possible, the certificate will be issued to the prospective claimant. Although it is mandatory to register with Acas Conciliation, it is clear that no one actually has to engage in the early conciliation process. Things to consider for the employer are, because early conciliation is free, an ex-employee might try it on and think they can get something out of their ex-employer without having to pay the fee attached to bringing a tribunal claim. However, on the other hand, it may also act to help them realise that there is no merit to their claim. Suggestion would be, if the employer has a good case, then they maybe adopt a wait-and-see approach and refuse to take part in early conciliation, where they believe the prospective claimant will not be able to afford the tribunal fee. Employer-led early conciliation. It is also possible for employers to instigate the early conciliation process if they feel it will be beneficial to head off a tribunal claim. Claim time limits. The early conciliation period will affect the time limit to bring a tribunal claim, which is normally 3 months, by stopping the clock. When the EC form is received by Acas, the clock will stop and will resume the day after the EC certificate is received by the prospective claimant. If the remaining claim time period is less than 1 month when the certificate is received, the remaining period automatically defaults to a 1 month. So a prospective claimant will never have less than 1 month in which to bring a claim after a failed attempt at conciliation. Beware though, employer-led early conciliation will not stop the clock.